Hello, welcome to the Discover Your Assets webinar. This week's edition promises to be very awesome and interesting. We've gotten a very unique content for you today, and I'm so excited that you could create time to watching us today. I know you are very busy. As I always say, your time is your life. Once spent can never be regained, and nobody has gotten the right to wasting your time. We've invited you today because we've got massive intention to adding great value to your time today. And I really want to encourage you to please have your pen and paper, because I've gotten a very unique guest today. Trust me, it wasn't so easy to have her on set today. For me, I'm so delighted, I'm so happy. Trust me, this is one of the best times to be alive, because it's an opportunity for us to learn. Any day without learning is a day wasted. And we've gotten a unique program for you today that I feel so strongly you find very useful. You know, at Lifestyle Up, we always say we're a knowledge and wealth creation company, because we believe so strongly that knowledge must precede wealth. Once again, welcome to the Discover Your Assets webinar. Now, this week, we've gotten a very important conversation today. And the title of our conversation today is Brand as an Asset. And I have a very prominent, well-experienced, internationally acclaimed author, speaker, and of course a motivator, a life coach, someone that has been able to inspire a lot of women, not just women, a lot of entrepreneurs globally to taking their businesses from zero to hero. For us at Lifestyle Up is a unique community of experts, and we are so delighted that we have someone like her on our faculty. Ladies and gentlemen, with a smiling ovation, join me in welcoming Madam Mirola the Great.
Thank you so much for having me here.
Most welcome, most welcome. You know, you are popularly known as a bank creator. Let's start from there. What is bank? What is bank? Because bank sounds very explosive, really.
Yes, it is. And it's intentional for it to sound explosive, because
Awesome.
BANG stands for the beautiful and bold, audacious, no excuses, God's masterpiece in you.
Wow, wow, fantastic. Fantastic. Thank you so very much for creating time to be our special guest at this week's edition of the Discover Your Assets webinar. As you agree with me, a lot of entrepreneurs struggle with their businesses. Most of them, they start their businesses before 2 years, they've gone back to the drawing board, or they collapse entirely. Now, the world is changing so fast.
That's right.
Okay, and right now, any entrepreneur that cannot reinvent itself will practically die. Okay, and branding is key. Okay, and the topic today is brand as an asset. Please talk to us about the importance of branding to every individual and, of course, for every entrepreneur.
Thank you so much, Abioye. It's very important, especially in the new normal that we are now, that everyone actually starts to think in a different way from the way they used to think in the past. Many of us don't realize that besides what we do, we ourselves are the #1 brands that we have been given in this world. So you are a brand.
True.
I am a brand. True. What is branding? Branding is the total emotional connection that people have with us and the things we create. So Lifestyle Hub is an extension of you, and basically it's a combination of all your ideas and all the visions that you have. Same as me. I am Madame Mirola, a personal brand entity. Anything I create also is a brand, but it must have the essence of who I am.
True.
So many people, because they don't even know who they are, and they do not understand their own value, find it difficult to put that same interpretation into what they create. So I say that branding is an asset, because what is an asset? An asset is something that gives you value. It's something that's supposed to appreciate, meaning keeps on increasing, it keeps on getting better. So your brand, which is basically the emotional connection, how people think about you, what people feel about you, what people say about you, how people connect with you, should be something that increases in value. That is why I said branding as an asset.
So it should not be static.
It shouldn't be.
You made use of a very key word. You said emotional connection, okay,
right.
of how people perceived you. So what I mean that branding should come from inside out. Now, before I take the next question, now, for those of us watching me right now and watching us on set today, I'm so delighted you could. You know why? Today's edition promises to be very interesting. Some of you will be a proud owner of a free land in the FCT. So I have a special offer for you that will help you own a land for free just by you making a decision to be part of the family called Lifestyle. So I'll be announcing how you can achieve that. And of course, I've got a very important question I would like to ask every one of you. And the person with the first correct answer, okay, I'm going to announce the question very shortly. The person with the first correct answer is going to win a very interesting book. I read this book, my life changed. It's called Brand Sense, okay? It's called Brand Sense, okay? And of course, no matter where you are, we're going to ship this to you for free. So for the very first person that answers the question I'll be announcing very shortly wins this book. And of course, we're also going to include some other packages attached to these very gifts. So we want that to be the surprise to the winner, okay? So stay tuned. And of course, I would also like you to please indicate where you are watching us from. Because we know people are watching us from Ghana, from South Africa, from Nigeria, from different parts of Africa and different parts of the world. So we really want to know where you're watching us from. Please, let's make this as interactive as possible. And of course, in the course of my deep conversation with Madam Merola today, I know you're going to have a lot of questions for her. Please drop all your questions on the chat bar, and of course, we will all be more than happy to providing responses to those questions. Now, emotional connection. What is the starting point, really?
Fantastic. I'm really happy you asked me that question. Yeah. It's probably one of the major reasons that inspired the new book that I wrote called Creating an Epic Brand.
Fantastic.
So EPIC is an acronym. The E stands for emotion. So I always say that people buy from people. No matter what you do in life, you always have to engage with people.
True.
So your products, your services, everything else that comes out of you still has the human factor related to it. True. If you think about anything that we do in life, it has something to do with our emotions. It has something to do with our five senses based on our taste, our hearing, the way we feel, the way we see. So if there is no emotional connection that makes you keep on recalling the same things for a particular reason, you will find that you are never top of recall in a person's mind. That is why we gravitate towards some particular brands more than others. Why? Because there is an emotional pull. That is the reason why brands like Coca-Cola will go and spend so much money on psychology to be able to understand how can we keep pulling them back in. You know that this drink is not healthy, but yet there is something that makes us feel good when we drink Coca-Cola. Why? Because we've associated it with that feel-good factor. It is all about emotional connection. Perfumes, you wear a particular scent and it makes you feel a particular way. Why? Maybe it's tied to an emotion that your mother used to wear that perfume when she hugged you as a child. And then anytime you wanted to feel the warmth of your mother, you wear that particular, you want to be associated with that kind of scent. So everything is emotional. So I always say the E in EPIC is for emotion. Then I say that you also have to think about the P, which is the perception, which you mentioned earlier as well. People's perception is what makes them either interact or repel us from us.
Interesting. So perception is actually reality?
It's people's version of reality. And if your branding does not convey the message in the right way that portrays the right kind of perception, people can misrepresent or not know you the way you want them to know you. So you must think about the perception of what you're doing, your brand tone, your brand messaging. You must ask yourself, how will people feel when they meet me? What will their perception be? So your image now comes into play. When you create your product and stuff, lifestyle hub, selling luxury apartments, giving you the luxury lifestyle without the luxury price tag. There's something that shifts in my mind.
Affordable luxury.
Exactly. Affordable luxury. I love it so much because for someone like me who's very pragmatic, I want the luxury lifestyle, but I don't want to have to spend the big bucks all the time. It appeals to me on an emotional level. My perception of luxury, with the way I see the designs of your homes that you've created, also says to me that, yes, I'm not having to compromise on my standard. I'm not having to compromise on my taste. I'm not having to compromise on the things I want, but I can still get it at the right price tag. So that's perception. So when you're building things around you, you have to build it with that in mind, which comes to what I would say is step one. What is your vision of your brand? If your vision as a lifestyle hub is to give affordable luxury, you have to look at it. How do we give people luxury without the high steep price tag that has been associated with the real estate market? So you guys came and disrupted the whole market for people, because everybody said, wow, for me to be able to get luxury, we already have to have like millions and millions and millions in our account. And then Lifestyle Hub came in and said, well, guess what? We can give you the luxury without you having to work for years and years and years and years to accomplish this same standard. That's what the P would help you to do when you have your vision. The I is for innovation. Fantastic. I have just described that with what you guys did. You innovated on what already existed. You were not stuck saying that this is how it has always been done in the real estate market. You sat down, you brainstormed, you allowed your mind to imagine the inconceivable. You broke the norm, you challenged all the status quo, and you came up with something to innovate upon, because you knew it was a necessity for many people. You probably came out of a desire or a need that you found that many people deserve to have lifestyle at a luxury at an affordable price, but they couldn't.
True.
So innovation drove you to find a solution for people. That is what your brand should do. Even as personal brands, I'm not going to stay at the same level I've been as a personal brand, because I need to keep on finding new ways to interact with my audience, to make sure that the people that listen to me keep on getting new and higher level of value. That is exactly what we should do. And then the C stands for communication. How do you communicate your message? How do you communicate your vision? How do you communicate with the people that you created the vision to serve? Because your why is meant for a particular group of who. And how you communicate matters. The way you communicate with the people that are advanced in their educational level is not the same way you communicate with people on the grassroots level. The way you communicate with people that understand what it is to work so hard for many years, but not have something tangible to hold on to say, this is something that I can say that I have of my own, despite the fact that I have sacrificed. Owning your own home and seeing something beautiful standing there, it's a pride and joy of anybody that has spent many years working. And being able to afford a luxury home at an affordable price is a dream come true for many. So how you communicate that to people also matters.
Fantastic. So EPIC: emotional, perception, innovation, communication.
That's right.
So what that simply means that for those of our guests watching us right now that are looking forward to building a very solid brand and making it an asset in the process. Okay, so they've got to create a brand that has the capacity to bring an emotional connection with the people out there, whereby they get perceived in a proper way. Am I correct?
Very correct.
And of course, they need to ask themselves a question. This product of mine, how innovative is this product? And how best can I communicate the product?
You summarized it beautifully.
Fantastic. Now, there is somebody out there we need to help. Okay, this person out there, it was me or is me 15 years ago. Madam Irola, 15 years ago, I was so introverted. Okay, and a lot of people felt I was so naive because I had a very low self-image.
Okay.
Okay, and I was so super conscious of what people say. Okay, and I was easily distracted by those objections. And of course, I struggled along the way until I discovered who I am really.
That's right.
Okay, now, what role does self-awareness play in creating a brand that is generational?
Wow, I'm so happy you asked that question. I have a favorite quote which says, "To thyself be true." If you don't know who you are, then you can be anything to anybody. And you might never be the original that God created you to be. You see, many people, when they don't have the sense of identity, their true identity, that is when they are never able to create something that is legendary, something that outlives them. That is the reason why I put in that bag, masterpiece. Because it is important for you to know that Abioye is not created to be a replica of Madame Merola. Abioye is not created to be another Nelson Mandela. Abioye has been created to be Abioye the way God intended him to be.
Absolutely.
Self-image is all about how you see yourself, and then how you think other people see you, and then the most important, the way God sees you. If you see yourself the way God sees you, everything else in life is sorted out.
Fantastic. If you are watching us right now and you are looking forward to creating a solid brand for yourself, trust me, it starts from inside of you. Like Madame Merola rightly said, you've got to believe in yourself first. Because when you don't believe in yourself, the people out there, they see your lack of belief in your communication. Now, a young entrepreneur has got a product, okay? And this entrepreneur is so passionate about this product, okay? What would be your advice to this entrepreneur on how to create a solid brand that appreciates over time? Because that's the asset in there right now in the topic. We are saying that how to build a brand, okay, brand as an asset. So what advice do you give to a young, upcoming entrepreneur with a very fantastic product, okay, but that product is still lagging behind because of lack of effective branding?
Fantastic. You know, I said that the book, Create an Epic Brand, is A to Z. So I literally have A, B, C, D, E to Z of what you need to do to be able to create an epic brand. The first one, A, stands for knowing your audience. You have an innovative product. You have something that is great, fantastic. Who did you create that product for? Because guess what? I hear it all the time. People will say, oh, I make shoes. So who are your target market? Everybody that needs shoes. No, ma'am. No, sir. Your shoes are not needed by everybody.
True.
Your shoes are needed by a particular set of people. What you create, you should have embodied that person in your mind first. Just like how Lifestyle Hub had a target audience when they created this luxury apartment with an affordable price tag. Why? Because you knew the cadence of people you wanted to serve. If you didn't know that, you will misalign your vision with the wrong kind of people, and you'll be chasing the wrong crowd, speaking to the wrong crowd, and then you'll be wondering why you are not connecting, because you did not first of all ask yourself, who am I serving with this product? When you know who you want to serve, it will allow you to create a product that easily flows from their pain points, and you're able to address it effortlessly.
Fantastic. Now, this is like an addition to the question I asked earlier, because I'm very passionate about those young entrepreneurs out there. What role does personal image plays, okay, in creating a global brand?
I love that.
When I say personal image, even personal appearance.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're speaking my language. I always tell people that image matters. You have to look at it that your personal image is basically like a book cover. We all judge a book when we see it on the counter first by the cover. We have not yet read the content of the book, and we might not read the content of the book if we don't like the cover. So how you show up, how you dress, how you actually diffuse the essence of yourself will determine whether I will give you audience to listen to you, and then you reveal your content to me. So your image precedes the content within you.
Absolutely.
So if your image is not right, some doors will be closed to you.
True.
So I always say the image opens the door. Your content keeps the door open.
Fantastic. You see why we call her the bank creator? Are you feeling the bang, right? Can you feel the fire in our voice already? Now, I've got a question.
Go ahead.
I've created my brand. Okay, people know me already. Please tell me the role of integrity in sustaining a brand.
Integrity for me is the bedrock of any personal brand. I say there are two things you must always think about: authenticity and integrity. Because if you lack credibility, guess what? Your brand has been shot to the ground. Whatever you say, you must back it up with corresponding action. I always tell people that the reason why I have loggerheads with a lot of people out there, celebrities and leaders, is because they talk the talk, but they don't walk the walk. Whatever you stamp your name upon, back it up with integrity. It's better for you to make a loss, because a good name is better than riches. You must have integrity. You must be credible. Don't say you can give something. Don't say you will do something and don't do it. It is better for you to take the fall. It is better for you to make a loss and stand on your word, so that people will say, this guy's word is his bond. If he says it, I believe it, because he has never failed on his word. Because that is who we were created to be. If God says it, and he says that as heaven and earth stands, that there is not a single drop of his word that will ever go unfulfilled. We need to also understand that God factor in us, that we should never make promises that we can't deliver on. No matter what it is in life, always ask yourself, can I deliver? Always under promise and over deliver. It's better for you than to over promise and under deliver. Integrity is what will make you to continue to have an honorable name and prestige for many, many generations, even after you've passed.
Fantastic. See, you can read all the books on branding. Okay, you can go for all the trainings on personal branding, on product branding. Without integrity, it's all a waste. Most of my sales trainings, I always say, you can lie to sell a product, but you cannot lie to retain a customer.
Never, never.
Now, how does effective branding helps in client retention?
It's very simple. I believe that, just as I said, perception. Perception leads to someone actually having a mindset about you. When you deliver the first time very, very well, guess what? That person will tell somebody else, because our customers, our clients, our audience, our number one fans, they are our biggest publicity officers. When you actually do something well enough, and you will be able to find it easy. You know, I said it, that it keeps the door open. Your content, it will keep the door open for you to continue to have a relationship with that client and be able to build on it. Because you sell a product once, you cannot sustain your business on just that one-time sale. You need that person to come back again. You need that person to bring other people into your fold. You need that person to actually be the one that will say, oh, in fact, we have ideas. We think you should do this. We think, you know, your clients are the people that they will actually even start telling you what your next set of products should be when they love what you do. They're your biggest critics, they're your biggest fans, and they're the ones that will always show you the way. Because I always say that success leaves clues, and I say that clients also give you clues as to what should be the next step for you.
Very true, very true. Thank you so very much, Madam Irola. Before we move to the next phase of today's Discover Your Assets webinar, I would like to ask you another question, you know, in relation to what I've asked earlier, because this is very key. What roles does color play in building a brand?
Oh my God. There is an entire study of colors called color psychology. Colors have an emotional, mental, and internal connection with us, and it affects us all in different ways. For instance, the color blue is supposed to be seen as something that is calming. I'm wearing purple. Why? Because purple it depicts luxury. It also talks about royalty. In my brand, if you see my logo, everything, there's a crown on top. I say I'm a queen. So I come out, I show up every time looking like one. It's intentional. Why? Because the colors you wear, the colors you use for your businesses have an effect. If you go to restaurants, you will notice that the prominent brands like KFC and McDonald's and stuff use some certain colors. Red actually incites hunger. That is why if they put red inside the building that you're sitting in, you probably went there just to go and buy a meat pie. Before you know it and you're having a conversation, you go and order something else. It was intentional because that color actually incites you to eat more. But if they made a mistake and put blue, it will suppress your appetite. So if you don't know about this,
your appetite right now?
No, blue is good for you as a personal brand because it shows serenity. So the colors that you wear is also showing confidence. So that's why I say you need to know what the colors represent. So the colors you wear on your show, the colors you wear to a meeting can already state who you are. If you show up wearing black, black is said to be understated elegance. White talks about purity, talks about, so there are lots of colors that you can wear to certain events that you stand out just by, you might look simple, but it's powerful because of what that color represents. So color psychology is something that you all need to go and read up on to help you to push whatever you want to do to also resonate with your brand. If you're trying to sell a particular product that is supposed to make me feel excited, you cannot go and use a color that suppresses my excitement. You need to use something like orange, something that is bright, something that is bold, something that makes you feel energy, instead of using a color that will make you feel calm. So sky blue will not be good for a brand that's trying to sell like a high performance ingredient or something, but it's great for a luxury lifestyle brand like yours. Why? Because it's talking about understated, quiet, and also luxury in a way that you don't make too much noise, but people know that you're there.
Fantastic. What color works for you? Okay? What color actually works for you? You've got to go and do what I call color audits today.
That's right.
Okay? Check out your company's logo, your personal logo, and ask yourself, this logo, based on what Madam Mirola just said now, and of course, like she's rightly said, go and read up color psychology. Okay, ask yourself that this color for my company, does it represent my vision? Okay, because sometimes you have a great vision, but the color is apparently misrepresenting.
You have orange in your logo for a reason, because it's supposed to excite us about this luxury in an affordable way. Every time I see your logo, it allows my mind to say that this is attainable for me. I don't need to be 60 years old before I can have the kind of home I want. It excites me. That is why, because you use the right color. And the white says new possibilities. White is also, and then the black talks about the elegance and the luxury again. So everything in your color branding is on point.
Madam Mirola, thank you so very much. There is a question I'm going to ask you, or let me ask you now. Okay. But you respond shortly after a very brief conversation I've got for our audience out there. The question is, how do you turn your brand, okay, into a residual income generating system? Okay. And I want us to conclude today's conversation that how can our audience out there watching us today, how can they turn their brand into a residual income generating system? Let me ask you, do you want to work all your life? Of course, you'll be angry with me right now. That'll be what kind of stupid question are you asking? Okay, not at all. Because every day our energy level drops.
That's right.
Now, because any residual income is what everybody should aspire to. Now, for those of you watching me right now, thank you for those comments. Just keep them coming, okay? I have a question, okay? And the rule is very simple. The very first person that tells us the answer wins the prize for the day, okay? So our team are watching the comment. Just drop your response immediately if you know the answer. The question is that, what is a decrease in the total number of shares in a company called? Okay? What is a decrease in the total number of shares in a company called? Let me take that one more time. Okay? I know some of you are going to Uncle Google already. Okay?
Google
but the first person wins the prize for the day. Like I said, we are giving out this prize plus one special surprise. Okay, now, what is the decrease in the total number of shares of a company called? Okay, and I'll be giving out the answer, and then, of course, we'll be announcing the winner on the chat bar very shortly. So we're going to announce the winner. Once we get the first winner, our team will just immediately announce your name. They will contact you. Then, of course, we will deliver your gift to you. Now, let me ask you. Madam Marola has spoken so deeply about building a solid brand, improving your business processes through brand building. Now, I have a brand I want to sell to you today. And the brand is called the Lifestyle Up model. Okay, because it's a unique model I believe so strongly can transform your lifestyle 360 degree. Okay, because go and check out statistics out there for those that are very successful, that are very wealthy. Real estate is key. But guess what? Most people do real estate the wrong way. Now, instead of you, I know you have the capacity. Okay, you could also, okay, you know what, Abioye, let me go. Just like Mother Rula has rightly taught us today, let me start from bottom up and build a brand that can generate massive real estate income for myself. I say to you, why not use that energy to something else? When we have created a unique system, you can leverage on already. Now, before Madam Marola give us a total summary of all she has discussed and respond to that my question on how to create residual income, okay, through brand building process. Now let me show you how you can build generational wealth in just very few minutes through the Lifestyle Up system. I would like to talk to you about our extra luxury program. Then of course we have the solid refuge program. Now let me show you a very short clip, okay, of a 4-bedroom terrace duplex apartment that you can own by following the 4 simple steps I'm about to show you very shortly. Check this clip out. I think you will love it. Fantastic. Welcome back. Now let me ask you, did you like what you just saw? Okay, does it look like a good image? Does the apartment looks like something that can promote your personal brand? You know that some clients, when you say, oh, please meet me at home, when they come to your house, they will sign the check. They know that you are not using their money to build a new house, for example. What I just showed you right now, in Nigeria, the market price is about 100 million to 120 million. Because we are going to be the first company to commercialize the idea of having a rooftop swimming pool in a terrace apartment. Okay, now we have what we call the big league package. For those that just want to leverage on their money. Okay, you've got the money with $137,000 US. You can own one of those apartments you just saw. Okay, you subscribe with $137,000 US. In exactly 8 months, your keys are delivered to you. Okay, and we have a contract signed with you, and that contract is protected by 20% performance bond. What does that mean? You pay $137,000 US today. We give you a check of $164,000 US. Okay, we deliver the house to you 8 months after. After we deliver the house to you, you have 7 days to accept or to reject. If within 7 days you love what we have done, you return the check back to us, then you take full ownership of that lovely apartment we just showed you. Okay? But if for any reason you are not just impressed with what we have done, our contract says, please go and present 164,000 US dollars in the bank. Okay? Then of course, in Nigeria, Naira equivalent is 50 million Naira. So you can own this apartment with 50 million Naira. Follow the same step I just shared with you. In 8 months, your keys are delivered to you. Or for those of us watching from Ghana, and of course, with 920,000 Ghanaian cedis, you can own one of those apartments just by leveraging on your finances. Guess what? We've gotten a very destructive model that can also help you own it without having to spend as much as 137,000 US dollars. Guess what? There is a word I would like you to please note down right now. It's called Elite VVIP. Okay, on your notes, just write Elite VVIP. Guess what? Under the Elite VVIP package, you can own the same apartment with 38,000 US dollars. Okay, with 38,000 US dollars, you subscribe. You recommend 4 of your friends, and you earn 5% on each of those 4, which is about 7,600 US dollars. And voila, you qualify for your apartment. What you lack in cash, you make it up in numbers. Okay, then in Naira, it's 13 million Naira. You subscribe with 13 million Naira, you recommend 4 of your friends. Voila, you qualify for your apartments. And you, of course, you earn 5% on each of them. In Ghana, 205,000 Ghanaian cedis. You subscribe, you recommend 4 of your friends. Okay, you earn 5% on each of them, and you qualify for your apartment. It's just one step deep. There are a lot of other benefits built into this very package. I will encourage you to please contact our vision partner that invited you to this webinar today. They will show you other benefits built into this very elite VVIP package. Guess what? We have the VIP package. Okay, whereby with 8,400 US dollars, you can own the same thing. What Madam Mirella called earlier, the affordable luxury platform we've created at Lifestyle Up. With 8,400 US dollars, you can own it. How does it work? You subscribe with 8,400 US dollars. Okay, you subscribe with 8,400 US dollars. You recommend 4 of your friends, and you earn 5% on each of them. Okay, and those 4 friends of yours recommend 4 each, making 16 in your second generation. Voila, you qualify for your apartment. Okay, then of course, in Naira, 3 million Naira you subscribe with. You recommend 4 of your friends. You earn 5% on each of them, as stated on the screen. Okay, then of course, those 4 friends of yours, we also recommend 4 each, making 16. So it's just 2-step deep. Recommend 4, your 4 recommend 4, you qualify. And of course, in Ghanaian cedi, it's 46,000 Ghanaian cedi. You recommend 4 people, your 4 recommend their 4, and you qualify for your apartment. And the 8,400 US dollars, 3 million Naira, 46,000 Ghanaian cedis, that is the only amount you ever pay. And as a matter of fact, those sum amounts will also come back to you in bonuses. Okay, then of course, under this extra luxury program, we have the VIP package. There is something for everybody at Lifestyle Up. Okay, just determine which of these packages work most for you. So please, on the comments bar, just indicate that, oh, Abioye, I think the VIP package works more for me. I think the VVIP, I think is the elite VVIP. Or so, Abioye, I think I'm a big leaguer. Now, how does the VIP package works? You subscribe with 4,200 US dollars. You recommend 3 of your friends. You earn 10% on each of them. Then those 3 friends of yours will recommend 3 each, making 9 persons in your second generation. The day the 9th person signed up, you will earn a leadership bonus of $4,200. Your capital is back. Then finally, those 9 guys, we also recommend their 3 each, making 27 in the 3rd generation. Then you qualify for your apartment. In Nigeria, is 1.5 million Naira. You subscribe with 1.5 million, you recommend 3 of your friends, and you earn 5%, 10% on each of them. Then those 3 friends of yours recommend that 3 each, making 9. You earn a leadership bonus of 1.5 million. Then finally, those 9 guys recommend that 3 each, making 27. then you qualify for your apartment. And once you qualify, you are out of the system. This is real estate. The numbers has got to add up. So you are not perpetually on our system. By the time we deliver your keys to you, if you love the quality of the apartment, you resubscribe again and you requalify. You are out, you resubscribe again, and of course, that's the way it works. Then of course, in Ghana, it's 23,000 Ghanaian cedis. Okay, you subscribe with 23,000 Ghanaian cedis. You recommend 3 of your friends. Your 3 recommend 3, making 9. Those 9 recommend 3, making 27. Then you qualify for your apartment. It is the power of 3. Let me say this to you. If everybody can obey the law of 3s or the law of 4s, using this model I just explained, everybody will be wealthy. Okay, and I want to encourage every one of you watching me right now. Please, you are specially invited to our site. Please come around, come and see the quality of our construction. Okay, because the vision we had 2 years ago is now very physical, and of course we'll be delivering the first keys of apartment in very few weeks from today. Now, how are we doing? Do we have a winner yet? Fantastic, fantastic. Now, Madam Irola, what do you think about those 4-bedroom terrace duplex apartments at Lifestyle Hub?
The only word that comes up is I'm excited.
Absolutely.
About
absolutely.
it. It is a game changer.
Yeah.
It gives people hope that they can own something that they will have had to work for so many years to be able to earn under the normal system.
You know, I remember this clearly. 27th of April 2018, when we launched Lifestyle Hub, a woman walked up to me. She said, Apioe, thank you for giving me a hope of owning a house.
Yeah.
I wake up every day with that woman's voice.
Wow.
You know, it's very powerful when you create a product that promotes hope. Like Napoleon Bonaparte says, leaders are givers of hope. They trade in hope. They give people hope.
That's right.
Now, when people qualify for apartments, okay, using those systems I just explained, by default it's residual in nature. Okay, because your capital is back, then you have the apartment worth over market price 100 million naira. Now, let's get back to branding now. Okay, now how do people create a brand that helps them earn residual income? Because for me, I'm very key about our people watching us right now understanding the fact that they should have a date for retirement. And if you have the weaker your brand, the longer your retirement period. So how do we shorten? What advice do you have for our guests that can help them shorten their retirement period by building a very solid, robust brand?
Okay, fantastic. I say that you should just have a very simple 3-step process to be able to achieve this. The first thing is to know what exactly you are selling. You've just mentioned the word hope. So if people ask you, Abioye, what do you stand for? You say, I'm in the business of selling hope. I want people to have that hope in them to know that they can actually own a luxury home at an affordable price. When people ask me, Madam Mirola, what do you do? I say, I'm in the business of selling confidence. Fantastic. I sell confidence for you to be able to know that you exist for a reason that nobody else in this world, billions of people, can do the way you do. Once you know that you are confident in who you are and what you've been created to do, you now ask yourself, by creating a SWOT analysis for your personal self, what are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? What are the opportunities that my strengths can help me to drive it to? What are the threats that can make me not to be able to do those things I'm called to do? You are in the business of hope. You're selling hope. Your strengths now are that you have the wherewithal to be able to envision how to create the system. Is it everyone that can sit down and come up with these little steps and everything? For some, it's crazy. But you've built a platform, you've built a system whereby people can just introduce 3 people or introduce 4 people. Those other people introduce someone else. And with some minimal amount of investment, you get a home that you will have spent so much money to do. That is knowing your strengths. Your strength is the predicator to how you can earn a residual income. We were talking about what we're doing right now. Yeah. For some people, speaking on camera is hard for them. We can leverage and make money from this because I could sell it to someone else to say, if you wanted to find out about branding, I just do a video on it. You pay me money. I'm sleeping in my bedroom. Someone in the United States, someone in China, someone can just pay money and they get access to the video based on my strength. That's residual income. What is in your hand? What are the strengths you have? What can you leverage on? Stop looking outside, look inwards first. Then look for the opportunities. The pandemic came. Yes, it's a deadly virus, but it came with opportunities for many.
True.
How do you leverage on the opportunities out there? What do you have in your knowledge bank? What do you have that people need? All of a sudden, all the fashion designers became mask creators. They were only selling clothes, but we were not buying clothes because we were all in our pajamas at home. Then they saw that the only thing we needed was masks. They started creating masks. So if you are a person that likes luxury stuff, you will buy Versace mask, so that everybody will know that you are wearing Versace mask to go out. The person that wants the one that is made by his local tailor will wear the one made by his local tailor. Everybody is happy. So that is how you get to make income, because it is not just about doing one thing. I know many people always like to say that niche down. I am a multi-potentialite. I'm a multi-passionate person. If you tell me to stay on one lane, that means that I will give account to God at the end of my lifetime, and He will ask me, what about all the other things I gave you? You didn't use it.
Wow.
So I have learned to harness how to use all my talents, package them together so they work in synergy, and they will make me an income that even my great-grandchildren will earn from it.
Generational interest. You know, talking about systems, because one of the things I heard her say that for you to build a brand that gives you generational residual income, it has got to come through a system.
That's right.
Now, for those of you watching me right now, I've gotten a special offer for you that will give you access to our system at no cost yet. I will explain what that means very shortly. Now, Madam Irola, there is a brand we created again. We call the brand the Solid Refuge.
All right.
Okay. And you said something. You said, God, we ask you, what have you done with all those multiple potentials? Now, you use the word synergy. You know,
That's
you
right.
bring them into one. Now, I'm going to talk to our audience right now about a unique brand we created called the Solid Refuge.
Okay.
And the 4 ways to accessing the Solid Refuge brand. Okay. Then I will now wrap up by telling them how we've been able to harmonize them, everything, both the Solid Refuge and the extra luxury program I explained earlier, into a one single platform that gives them a very unique focus.
Wow.
Madam Irola, I need you to take a look at this Solid Refuge apartment. Let's watch it together. Okay, I hope you love the Solid Refuge masterpiece. Like, let me say this to you. In the process of selling the hope of people owning a unique apartment at a very young age, we also realize that the deficit out there is massive. And for us to solve the housing deficit, we've got to build vertically. That's why we created a 7th-floor, 3-bedroom flat apartment with a main room, and the 7th floor is a garden, where you have each of the flat has got its own family sit-out. So there's no encroachment. And guess what? There is a swimming pool, 2 swimming pools on the 7th floor for all the occupants to enjoy their lifestyle. Now, you might be saying, okay, Abioye, how do I access this? Okay, now you can own one of those units outrightly with 90,000 US dollars, okay, or with 35 million naira, or with 522,000 Ghanaian cedis. Okay, so you can own one of those outrightly, then we have a contract with you, and in exactly 18 months, your keys are delivered to you. So the question I have is that, do you have 90,000 US dollars to invest in the solid refuge apartment? If the answer is yes, I say congrats to you. Do you have 35 million naira to invest in one of those solid refuge apartments? I say congrats to you, because if you want to flip it, you will flip it over 50 million naira. Because by the time it's standing, it's going to worth well over 50 million. Or if you are watching me from Ghana, can you afford to invest 522,000 Ghanaian cedis in only one of those apartments? If the answer is yes, I say wonderful, because we are citing the Accra one as a very strategic part of Ghana, of Accra, Ghana, that gives you massive value. That is the outright option to owning one of those apartments. Now, leverage is key. Life without leverage is hell. Okay, now we have 3 unique packages that can also help you own one of those flat apartments. One is Avon 3.0, we have Avon 2.0, then we have Avon 1.0. Avon 3.0, how does it work? You will subscribe with the sum of 19,000 US dollars. You recommend 4 of your friends. You earn 5% on each of them, then you qualify for one of those apartments, okay? Or you subscribe with the sum of 7.5 million naira. You recommend 4 of your friends. You earn 5% on each of them, and you qualify. So it's just one step deep. In Ghana, you subscribe with 111,000 Ghanaian cedis. You recommend 4 of your friends. You qualify for your apartment. And of course, there are a lot of other benefits built into the package, but I need you to hear more about those benefits from your friend that shared the webinar link with you. They are very knowledgeable, they are our vision partners, and they'll be more than happy to throw you more light to it. Then of course, Avon 2.0, how does it work? You subscribe with $4,621. You recommend 4 of your friends, and you earn 5% on each of them. And those 4 friends recommend 4 each. Voila, you qualify for the apartment. Or in Naira, you will subscribe with the sum of 1.8 million Naira. You recommend 4 of your friends. You earn 5% on each, and those 4 recommend 4 each. Then, of course, you qualify for your apartment. Then in Ghana, you sign up with 26,000 Ghanaian cedis. You recommend 4, your 4 recommend 4, you qualify. You know what you simply done? You simply made up in numbers what you lack in cash. Successful people are so successful, you know why? Because they understand the power of numbers. Poor people are poor because they don't understand the meaning of numbers. That's why you can create a product what in Nigeria 15 naira, and your friends will be laughing at you. Look at that guy, he's selling product worth 15 naira. Okay, when his mates are selling $1 million worth of products out there, but you have your number in mind. I just need 2 million Nigerians to buy these products per day. I'm fine. Absolutely. Then finally, Avon 1.0. You subscribe with $2,310. You recommend 3 of your friends. So this is by 3 by 3. You recommend 3 of your friends. You earn 5% commission on each of them. Then those 3 friends of yours will recommend 3 each, making 9. When the 9th person sign up, will pay you a leadership bonus. Then of course, those 9 guys recommend 3 each. Voila, you qualify for the apartment. Or in Naira, you will subscribe with 900,000 Naira. An average Nigerian is so excited about it that what? With less than $1 million Naira, I can own an apartment for life, and that 900,000 is not a down payment, is the only money I will ever pay. You subscribe with 900,000 Naira, you recommend 3 of your friends. Those 3 friends recommend 3 each, making 9. And those 9 recommend 3, making 27. It's 3 steps deep, and you qualify for your apartment. Success without effort must be suspicious. Okay? So the idea here is that, and guess what? The effort that is required here is an effort that you'll be supported by the company. Then finally in Ghana, with 13,000 Ghanaian cedis, you subscribe, you recommend 3 of your friends. Those 3 recommend 3 each, making 9. Those 9 recommend 3. Then voila, you qualify for those apartments. Now, why did we introduce all this leverage system? We could have stopped at the outright. But the question is that how many people in Africa can afford to buy up all these apartments outrightly? Very few. That's why we felt, let's create a very unique system that is social driven, that has high social impact, whereby we can incorporate more people to the housing net, and of course, more. And you don't want to know the jobs we end up creating in the process of creating a unique system like this. Madam Erola, I would like us to announce the correct answer to the question I asked earlier, that what is a decrease in the total number of shares in a company called? Madam Erola, you want to do us the honor of announcing the answer to this very question?
So, are you guys ready? I hope someone's going to get it right. The answer is reverse stock split.
Absolutely, absolutely. So on the chat column, I hope we have a winner already, and I think we have a winner already. So congrats, and we'll be sending this across to you with a special surprise from Lifestyle Love. You'll love it. All right. So we'll be engaging you on the chat column very shortly, and of course, thank you so very much. Now, all those packages I just shared with you, from the Elite VVIP to Avon 3.0 to VVIP to Avon 2.0 to VIP and to Avon 1.0, those 6 networking platforms are all integrated into a unique system that we call the integrated point policy. What does that mean? Now, there are 2 ways to owning one of those apartments I shared with you earlier, either the duplex or the block of flats. Now, for you to own that duplex, you need to accumulate a total point of 100. And for you to own that flat, you need to accumulate a total 55 points. So, 2 ways to owning those apartments. Either you accumulate this point I just shared with you, or you pick one of those platforms, either VVIP or VIP. You complete the platform as I explained, and you qualify for your apartment. Now, when you subscribe, into Elite VVIP, it gives you 20 points. Okay, Avon 3.0 gives you 11 points. VVIP package gives you 4.5 points, and Avon 2.0 gives you 2.6 points. VIP package gives you 2.5 points. And Avon 1.0 gives you 1.4 points. You know what that simply means? Let's say, for example, you subscribe with VVIP package, of $8,400. Okay, by default, that gives you 4.5 points. Now, you now have a prospect that is desirous of coming on board with Elite VVIP package of $38,000 or 30 million naira. Okay, you don't need to worry yourself about looking for 30 million naira or $38,000 to subscribe. Just send a mail to the company. The company will open a VVIP platform for you automatically. And that person comes under you, under that package will open for you. And automatically you earn yourself 20 points. Okay? Now, let's say a friend of yours say, oh, I prefer to do the VIP package. And you originally subscribe with the VVIP package. That doesn't stop you from signing up somebody that wants to do VIP package. And that will give you 2.5 points. In the process of accumulating your points, by the time you reach, let's say 56 points or 55 points, automatically you can say, you know what, I would like to exit this system with a block of flats. Or you could say, you know what, the momentum is still there for me. I want to complete this to 100 points. By the time you accumulate a total of 100 points, then of course you can exit with one or those 4-bedroom terrace duplex apartment. And everything I've explained to you today, there is no time frame. But if you're able to accumulate your points within 3 months, if you're able to accumulate 55 points within 3 months, or you qualify for those flat apartments within 3 months, the company gives you a 30-gram pure gold, okay? We'll give you 24 karat 30 gram gold bar, okay, as a gift. And of course, if you accumulate the 100 points within 3 months, the company gives you a car, okay? A lovely car you will love. That is just a gift from the company. Now, Madam Merola, those 6 packages that are network driven are very unique, you know, and when people subscribe into them, they become vision partners at Lifestyle Hub, okay? And at Lifestyle Hub, we've been so blessed with good, awesome partners, and that's where we are where we are today. And I would like everybody watching us right now to see what our vision partners are saying about us.
One of the ultimate goals in life is to have your own shelter. And this company gives you the opportunity to own not just your home, but a dream home.
It's a smart thing for anyone that really wants to own an apartment of their own to be a part of this. And you'll just be amazed at how things will just fall in place for you.
It is not just a reward, it is the reward that we all get from Lifestyle Hub. We've been at the Inagwe resorts for like 2 days now, and we're having fun. So my advice to you, my recommendation to you today is join the Lifestyle Hub and let's ride this tide together.
Yes, you don't have to think of waiting to save up 50 million naira, 60 million naira, or wait till your retirement at the age of 50 to own your own home.
Beautiful and wonderful opportunity, an experience worthwhile. What started like a child's play to me initially, and became the reality. So Lifestyle for more and more lessons and greater heights.
When you don't have innovation, there's no how you can get results. And you know, value is what gives money. And this is one of the reasons why I so much love being part of Lifestyle Hub.
Having people like minds, great minds around, for me is the highest level of education. You won't be able to get that in books. Knowledge, they say, is potential wealth.
But this is an opportunity where you can have a trusted company that's going to deliver for you all the time. So hop on board, let's create history.
So, Madam Merola, I would like you to please give us an high-power summary of everything you've spoken about today, about making an asset or creating an asset out of your brand.
Okay, so our wonderful viewers, listen to me. If you refuse to brand yourself, guess what you are? You are just a commodity that can be priced anyhow. The difference between something that is branded and the difference between something that has nothing of any sense of true value or identity is what makes the difference in the pricing and how people perceive you. If you want people to perceive you the right way, you must have a branding strategy. You must live like a brand. You must operate like a brand. You must talk like a brand. And you must think like a brand. Never forget that. Branding makes the difference. Branding gives you the kind of image that people will not forget easily. Branding is what will get you what you want and also the people you need, because it will set you apart from everyone else. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much, Madam Merola. It's just a pleasure, a great pleasure for having you around today. And I hope when we call on you next time, you'll be more than happy and kind enough to join us.
Absolutely.
Now, before you run, please, you want to share with us your social media and what's your Instagram, and for those of our viewers that would like to follow you?
Okay, so this is also a branding tip. For those of you that want to create your social media presence, always make sure it's the same thing cross-board so that people are not looking for you everywhere. So my name is Madam Merola, the Bang Creator. If you type Madam Merola on any social media platform, I'm the only one because I'm an original. You better count on that.
Fantastic. Hope we all had a bang today, okay? Because I had a bang right here today. So thank you so very much, ma'am. It's really a pleasure. God bless you.
Thank you so much.
Now, I'm so delighted that you could conclude this edition with us today. And guess what? Like I said to you earlier, I'm going to give you two special offers. One is that if everything we've said today makes sense to you, if you are desirous of becoming a lifestyle of vision partner, if you want to align yourself with this fast-growing brand of ours, okay, and co-own this brand with us, because we want to sell a vision to you today, a vision of you becoming a co-owner of the lifestyle of brand. Okay, what you need to do is contact the person that shared this link with you today, this webinar link, the person that invited you, that very person that invited you, okay, and tell the person that I would like to have an access to the Lifestyle Hub system, okay. I would like to be a Lifestyle Hub vision. So it gives you 14 days free access into our system that helps you have access to our knowledge platform, the Hub Academy. You will see a lot of trainings that can transform the lives of your career and of your business, okay? And I want to encourage you, contact the person that shared this webinar with you, okay? They will help you in the process of activating your 14 days free access into our system. And of course, for those of you that are watching us right now, that you are the company guests, maybe you saw through our social media platform, I will encourage you to just send an email to info@lifestyleassetHub.com. info@lifestyleassetHub.com, and of course feel free to visit our website lifestyleassetHub.com. Secondly, for those of you that will be activating that account on or before 31st of July, Lifestyle will be giving you a free plot of land. Okay, you'll be getting yourself a free plot of land should you decide to activate your account on or before 31st of July. Now, if you're a business person watching me right now, now is the best time to activate your account. You know why? Because you now have almost 2 months to use this same incentive to get your friends on board our platform that helps you to qualify for your apartment even before the expiration of 31st of July, because your friends will be very happy that, wow, it was you that showed them a system that can help them own a home. But guess what? Even before the home comes, they are already proud owners of what you owning a piece of the federal capital of Nigeria. It's a big deal, trust me. So I want to encourage you, please take advantage of this, and of course you'll be so delighted that you did. Thank you so very much. This is the concluding moment of our Discover Your Asset webinar for this week. I'm so delighted. I'm so grateful to Madam Mirola for being our special guest today, and I'm so very grateful to you too for watching to this very point. Let's do it again next week. Next week we'll be having another very power-packed, okay, bang. We're going to have a bang next week again, okay? I'll be having another equally competent, wonderful seasoned guest with another very useful topic you can use to expand the frontier of your career. So if you find this edition useful, please don't watch alone next week. Please encourage your friends to watch along, okay? They'll be very delighted. And in the process, guess what? You share knowledge with your friends. In the process, you are also building yourself your own lifestyle team in the process. So I want to encourage you, next edition, ensure that you have at least 5 of your friends watching along with us. In the process, 2 or 3 of them might even want to join your lifestyle team automatically. So I thank you. I look forward to seeing you again. My name is Abioye, and I'm the CEO of Lifestyle Hub. God bless you.